What's good, King? It's your boy John Benzant coming at y'all with another video, man. And this one, I just want to talk about faith, belief, and love. So let's get right into it, man. So why do I bring this up? So I was just thinking about it because I was in the gym just now, got a good workout in, hit some legs, some lower body, and I was thinking about the future, man. Like I was thinking about my goals and what life's gonna be like in the future once I really make it, once I really hit my goals and do everything and I do everything that or rather I get to a point where when I can do everything that I want to do with no restriction, freedom, and all that, right? So I'm thinking about that, right? And at the same time as me thinking about that, I'm thinking in my head um, about all the things that some of my family members have said to me in the past, and even not even in the past either, just even still to this day, some stuff that my family members say to me even now to this day. And the thing about it is, I know a lot of you guys can relate out there where your family they love you and they have good intention they have good intentions for you and they want the best for you, but at the same time as that they try to project what they want onto you. They try to project their dreams, their vision of what you should do onto you. They project their vision of you, their vision that they have in their head of you. They project that onto you, and they want you to become that. So, for example, I'm gonna take myself for example, like my family, Christian family, Christian Catholic. I'm Christian Catholic family, really religious. Um, Bunch of old people in my family, like most people in my family, 60 years plus. So, they're from the old school. They grew up in the 60s, 70s, whatever, right? So they're thinking, their mindset is their mindset and their paradigm is go to school, get a job, get married, have kids, house, car, work, work all your life. You have work all your life. My grandma said it to me all the time that you gotta work, you have to work to make money. You gotta work your ass off if you want to make money. You gotta work for your money. Time is money. You gotta trade your time for your money always. Um, and she's always and her as well as other people in my family have always just drilled this mindset into my head that you have to go to school and and without school there's no such thing as success. You can't be successful if you don't go to school, right? That's the belief that they drill and that they've drilled into my head all my life, ever since I was a little kid. I remember I remember being in third grade and and uh and being told that when I'm a big boy, then I'm gonna have to one day go off to college and get a job. So they your own family indoctrinating you with these beliefs from a young age. They want and already expressing their vision of you. They're projecting their vision of you onto them. Their visions of what they want for you onto you, whatever. So you could be a person that wants to be a rapper, or you want to be a singer, or you want to be an artist, you want to be a Instagram influencer, you want to you want to be famous. You could be a person that want to do whatever with your life, right? But then your family will sit there and they'll say to you, "Oh nah, that's too hard," or "Oh, you can't do that. You can't do that. You don't have the money," or "You can't do that. Um, that's not realistic." Shit like that, right? And then but then they'll say, "Oh, you don't have the money for it," and they'll say, "Oh, it's not realistic." But then they'll send you off to school without any doubt in their mind, and they'll send you out off to school with no hesitation. That school's the end all be all, no matter what. I remember my grandma literally told me the other day, a couple weeks ago. She said, not even a couple weeks ago. I think it was last week, 2 weeks ago, something like that. And she said to me that I asked her. I said, Grandma, like, cause we were arguing back and forth about well, not really arguing, more like she was arguing with me, and I was just kind of I was just kind of just responding to her. So we're kind of going back and forth in a way, and and I asked her. I said, Grandma, like, so do you think that school? Do you think that you have to go to school to be successful? Like, do you believe that if if you don't go to school, then there's no way you're gonna be successful? And I'm not lying, guys. I swear to you, word to everything I love. My grandma says yes. Without school, you're gonna be a failure. There's no way you can make it in this life, make it in this world if you don't go to school, if you don't have a degree. Times is change. She said times is changing. Times is changing. If you don't have a degree, then you're not gonna be able to go to get into anything. You're not gonna be able to get your foot in the door to most places, especially being a black man. It's gonna be even harder if you don't have a degree. I hear that and I just go, okay, thank you, Grandma, for your take. I don't agree with you, but we can agree to disagree, right? I try to be respectful. I try to be respectful, even though I don't agree. So the thing about it is, there's people on YouTube, people on Instagram, people making millions of dollars off of just working out. People make millions of dollars from going to the gym. People make millions of dollars playing Fortnite, playing video games, doing what they love, doing turning their passion into money. And that's just the thing that you guys gotta understand. That's just the thing that our parents and a lot of our family members just don't understand because they come from a different time. We live in a time right now, the best time, the best time right now, where you could take your passion, you could, you could love the gym, you could love painting, you could love food, you could love anything. You can love anything, and you can turn that into a business. You can turn whatever your passion is into a business. You can go on Instagram and just make videos for a living, and go on YouTube and make livings. I mean, make videos for a living on YouTube and whatnot, and get paid for it. Get paid for it, and live a free life. Do whatever you want to do. Travel the world doing what you love to do every day. Getting paid to do what you love to do every day. But back then, in our parents' age and our grandparents and our other family members, when they were growing up, the main thing to do at that time was either start a business for yourself or get a job, right? There wasn't really much else you could really do. It was a different time back then. So for them, that's what they believe. That's what they believe now. They look at you and they say you got to go to school. They look at you and say you got to do this if you want to be successful. But that is the most self-destructive thing, in my opinion. I'm gonna tell you why. Because of the fact that, let's say that you're a middle class family, or maybe even not middle class, even lower than middle class. But let's say you're a middle class family or lower, right? What does it mean when you go to school? You go to school to learn a skill. You go to school, say for example, you want to be a doctor. Absolutely go to school, cause I don't wanna get cut open by somebody that ain't been to med school, right? Nobody does, I don't think, right? All right. Absolutely go to school if you have a profession that requires going to school to do, such as a physical therapist, doctor, um, I don't know, scientist, whatever, whatever, right? So do that. But if you're in school and you're a liberal arts major, or you're in school and you're a art major, you're a philosophy major, maybe you really love art, maybe you really love philosophy, but you get out of school, what are you gonna do? What is a degree in philosophy or art really going to give you? Absolutely, you're gonna get a job, Absolutely. If you really get out there, you apply, you work, get your job, get your options, whatever you know, people, you're gonna get your job. Maybe let's say you making, hypothetically, let's say you making great money, you making six figures, right? You making six figures working for somebody else. You working a job, you making some random CEO rich. You grow, tell me, all of you that work a job right now, can you name the CEO of the company that you work for? Do you know the CEO's name off the top of your head? The answer is probably no. Now, if you can't even name the CEO of the company that you work for off the top of your head, and you don't even know what their face is, you don't even know what their face look like. You don't know what race they are. You don't know where they come from. You don't know if they're tall, short, fat, skinny. You don't know who the fuck the CEO is. You making that man or woman rich. You making a complete stranger rich. You waking up for a job. You waking up for a job every day that you might not even love. You could be waking up every day for a job that you hate, making a random person, a random stranger rich. But you think it's all right because you getting paid a little bread. You getting paid a little money. You think it's all right because in exchange for your freedom, they give you a little check for 100K a year, working 9 to 5. That's 40 hours a week. That doesn't even not even can I not even counting the time it take to commute to work, to and back, to and from. Not even factoring in the hour or the hour lunch break that you get. Not even factoring in the overtime that you probably gonna work. You doing all that for a random stranger you don't even know. And on top of that, you think that that's the thing to do because it's been indoctrinated into your mind from years and years of going to school, going to college, listening to your family members. That school and going to school and getting a job is and the right thing to do. And that's the only way to make it. Instead of taking what your talent is, taking what you're passionate about, taking what you love and turning that into money, turning that into a business. Instead of waking up every day and saying, and smiling and laughing and just feeling good because you doing what you want to do and you making money doing it and you making good money at that too probably. Instead of doing that and having the freedom to do what you want to do, instead you go and you make a random stranger rich at the expense of your freedom, at the expense of your time, at the expense of your energy. Or because you listen to other people, you let other people's beliefs get into your head. You let other people's beliefs become your own. You let other people's vision of you become your own. Now, I don't want to make this video too long, so I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna end it right now with this. Your family, you could want to be a musician, and your family could be the most unsupportive. They could say, nah, there's no way you could do that. You have to go to school, or you have to go to school first, or whatever. And you might put your passion and whatever to the side in order to honor what they say. I'm telling you right now, don't do that. Time is of the essence. All those years, all those hours that you spend doing something that you hate doing something you don't want to do for other people, you're never gonna get that time back. You're never gonna get that time back. Say you don't even want to be in school, you don't even want to be go to college or whatever, and you go anyway because your family pressured you into doing it, pressured you into getting a degree. You put your passion, you put your talents on hold. That's 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years of your life wasted. All that time wasted that you could have been putting into your passion, putting into your business. You chose to you chose to take that time and and use it for other people. And then when you get that piece of paper, then what? You get the congratulations from your family and all that, and you make them. And yes, it's a good feeling, make your family proud. But you gonna get out a month gonna go by, a week gonna go by after graduation, and you're gonna realize that you in the real world now, or not even that you in the real world now, but you've always been in the real world. You're gonna realize that you could have been you could have been living the life that you really want to live, but instead you chose to live other people's life, other people's dreams, other people's belief, other people's vision of you. John Benzant signing out, man. Stay up, stay positive, meditate, drink water, work out, do your thing, man. Take your cold showers, do your thing. Peace, y'all.